All right, did you hear that Dua Lipa is facing yet another lawsuit? And this is over her incredibly popular Levitating song. All right, so this is actually the third one. And this is from music producer and engineer Bosco Kante with the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California. So again, this is another lawsuit that is in federal court in the state of California. So, you know, this guy, he's worked with Kanye West and Drake, Tupac, J. Cole. I mean, you know, and also, you know, we should even bring this up. He's the founder of Electrospit.
Yes.
And the ESX1 Talkbox.
Which is so cool. Like I want one so bad. It's like $800, but it's talk boxes are, yeah, I mean, you may have seen them, like, you know, like Peter Frampton, Bon Jovi had it, you know, had a hit song with the, you know, Roger Troutman's That Roger Computer Love, but it's where you see them in with the tube in their mouth, and then they're either playing a synth or they're playing a guitar and they're moving their mouth, and that's what makes the sound. Well, he created a really cool talk box where it's just like, it's almost like headphones that stick to your throat, and so you don't need the tube in your mouth, and it just performs that way from inside. It's so cool. But he's like a real dude. He's like a real dude.
Yeah, and so he recorded a talkbox performance of the song. We're back to talking about Levitating, despite, you know, multiple failed attempts at licensing agreements. And so I guess they reached like an oral agreement and this was for the original version, but now we're dealing with remixes. So they had an agreement for the original, but it didn't cover additional versions, which are remixes. There were remixes. In fact, those remixes did really well. The one that became the most successful has amassed 767 million views on YouTube and 1.8 billion streams on Spotify. Wow.
Yeah, that's the one where she put the baby on, which I thought was actually the original version. I didn't realize that was a remix version. And then, you know, this song has just always kind of had heat, but the other one was the DJ Bless Madonna with Madonna and Missy Elliott that got 55 million. The part that Kante does is like in the chorus, but what you're going to be talking about is where they really kind of highlighted it, I think.
Yeah, so in the complaint, let's see, you know, he's claiming Dua Lipa, you know, took the works, and this was on the remix, like you were saying, you know, DJ Bless, Madonna, featuring Madonna, Missy Elliott. This was another remix, was streamed 55 million times on Spotify, viewed 39 million times on YouTube. So obviously, you know, despite these being disgustingly successful, you know, nonetheless, they seem to have a contract, right? Winston, contract. It seems they did have an agreement, but the agreement did not say that they could use and sample for additional versions. Now, we use the word in lawyer land, derivative works, okay? So we go, you know, for example, the license is for any version that you might want to do, including derivative work. So obviously it was excluded. So they're saying plaintiff made numerous attempts to resolve this matter short of litigation, but such efforts were unsuccessful. So attempts usually mean, hey, you need to settle, pay us money, due to defendants' unwillingness to cooperate or accept responsibility for this blatant infringement of plaintiff's copyright. The complaint adds, so Kante is seeking at least $2 million plus interest in damages, as well as profits made from the remixes, which is estimated to be at least $20 million.
The last remix that he was talking about was a version for the Capitol Jingle Bell Ball, and like at the end of it, it's like a whole like section of the end of the song that is just his solo of the stuff that they kind of worked on that they didn't use in the original song, that they took the whole part where Dua Lipa is just dancing and it's his whole section.
Yeah, so as we have now multiple lawsuits pending, you know, I know that Dua Lipa has incredible legal counsel, and regardless of what side you end up being on when it comes to copyright infringement, get an attorney, have contracts, and then of course, if you are on the side that there was a contract, they did something they weren't supposed to, then it gives you the ability to move forward and actually sue. So we'll continue to follow this case.